It's a Monday morning. And I don't know if anybody's going to be on here. It told me that I couldn't. I don't even know if Facebook's going to come on here. So I decided to come on here early because people can't find me, because what happened was I tried to be an entrepreneur on Friday and go ahead and create my live for Monday because I knew I had a lot going on and I was scared I would forget. And instead of creating the live for the right day, I created the live for the 30th. So then this morning, I'm in the 30th thinking I'm in the right place, and Chris messages me and said, Judy, you created it for the wrong day. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I had to go create another live. And then I don't know if the Facebook people noticed, but last Wednesday, Facebook would not Facebook did not post my live. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it looks like people are here from Facebook. So apparently and Julie's the one that told me my video wasn't on Facebook, and I go out there and look and it's not. And so Facebook is not posting my lives. I don't know why. Y'all know how it is with Facebook. Oh my gosh, it drives you crazy. So I came early to make sure that everyone finds me. So I scared myself. Oh, thank God for Chris. I'm just going to sit here for a few minutes. There may be some people on the 30th that are sitting and waiting on me and not realizing it's for the 30th, like me. I scare myself. We're just going to wait. And then normally it tells me at the top a countdown, like of how long I have till I go live. And you did get a notification from Facebook? Let's see if I guess I am live on Facebook because people are on here. Let me go out here and look. It says I'm live on Facebook. It is live on Facebook. But Wednesday, it didn't post my live. Like after I got finished, it didn't post it. Who knows? Who knows why? Some people, if you're a creator or a Facebook person, if you're one that is scared to death of YouTube, and I get it because I kind of am too. To be honest, when I go to try to find, let's just say I'm trying to find LaWanda on YouTube, I go out there and search it, and I don't know how to work YouTube because I'm not one to always go on YouTube and watch other people. I just post. And so I understand you Facebook people scared of YouTube because nobody wants to learn anything new. I'm like, I'm too old to learn anything new. But I'm going to tell y'all that I feel like there's going to come a day where things are going to change and we're all going to be forced to change something. Because as a creator, I'll give you an example. You know, Sherry and Bobby on Black Tropical Homestead literally have lost their channel. They got it back. They've lost it again, and they've had it gone for over a week. Like Black Tropical, all that work that they did to build that platform is just gone. It's just gone. And I was on her live when she got her page back on Facebook. And what happened was she said, Judy, you need to go get verified. And I know you Facebook people do not understand this, but I'm going to show you so that you understand what we have to do. Let me go out here. Okay. You see this little blue check right here? Back in the day, you earn that. So like once you got to so many followers, you could go submit to be verified to prove that you are who you say you are. And it was free. Now you have to pay money. Like I have to pay. Are y'all ready for this? Y'all want to take a guess? Let's just take a guess. How much money a month do you think I have to pay to have this blue check? I want to see what y'all think. So just take a guess. How much money do you think me as a creator has to pay to have a blue check? I'm reading y'all's comments. Okay, I'll tell you. So, a couple of months ago, Facebook, are y'all ready for this? $350. They wanted me to pay to be verified. And I'm like, I said, daggum car payment. So I didn't do it. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not paying $350 just to have, okay, what the blue check is for. I'm going to start getting ready. The blue check is, first of all, you know how these hackers try to pretend like they're you and they create a page? Well, if they don't have a blue check, you know it's not me. Or, like Jason and Brooke from Cog Hill Farm, they have a blue check. So if you go see another Cog Hill Farm page, it's not them. It's a hacker. Okay. So it shows that it's you. First of all, it's authentic because we have to, like, I had to send in all my nonprofit paperwork in to put my driver's license to prove it was me before I got the verified check. Okay. So that's one thing that it does. The other thing it does, it gives you a customer service person. So in other words, if the other day, my Facebook just went away, just disappeared. And I was in panic mode. I called Andale Homestead. Y'all know who she is. I called her in a complete panic. And she's like, Judy, Facebook is down because mine's not working either. Well, everybody's Facebook came back up and mine did not. And I'm in a panic mode, okay? And I had to go through all this rigmarole to get my Facebook back. I had to prove I was who I said I was, which was good because that means no one else can get in my Facebook. But I had to go through all these steps to get my Facebook page back. Well, Sherry and Bobby was like, Judy, you need to get verified. You need to pay the money because you're going to lose your page. Like it happened to me. So I went out there to get verified. Well, sweet Facebook offered me $150 instead of $350. So I said, I guess I'll do it. $150 a month I am paying to have the blue check. So there was a time where you felt like people felt like a big dog if you got a check because it was only celebrities that had a check. And now you might see it and you may be stuck in the future going, oh my gosh, Judy's got a blue check. No, Judy pays for the blue check, okay? It ain't like I earned it. No, I pay for it. I pay for to have a blue check. There's a blue check on Judy Waniger Sneed, my personal page, and there's a check on Sneed's Farmhouse. But on my personal page, it's only like $15 because the bigger your page is, the more money it costs to be verified. Just like I said, it was $350 a month is what they wanted me to pay. Okay, well, Bobby and Sherry have a blue check, and it gives you a customer service person. It authenticates your page. It's just like there's some little perks to having the blue check. It kind of helps people know it's you. It's really to protect you too, because there's scammers out there that pretend like they're me. They pretend like there's been so many scammers because I've got really cute coops. They go and create a page and say, we built all Sneed's Farmhouse coops. Send us 50% deposit. And then they don't tag me in the post. They just put Sneed's Farmhouse. So then these chicken people go, oh my gosh, this is who Sneed's Farmhouse used for their coops. Let's use them. And they think they built my coops. And they did not build my coops. And then these people send 50% up front because they think they're a good person because they built my coops. And then you send 50%. Let's just say you send $300 and you lost it. Just like people pull in my driveway. You know, this happened not too long ago. People pull in my driveway with a trailer. I came home from getting Larry's medicine. I pull in the driveway, and there's a dude sitting in my driveway with the trailer. And as soon as I pulled in my driveway, I knew exactly what was going on because it happened last year. And what they do is they say, they post a picture of Leroy, and they say Leroy's for sale. And they put Sneed's Farmhouse. And then these people they go out and go, oh, let me see who Sneed's Farmhouse is. And they go to Facebook and they type in Sneed's Farmhouse and they go, oh, she's got 100,000 followers. She's legit. She's selling her donkey. And instead of reaching out to me, they think they're talking to me. And then they pay half the money up front and they give the person my address. And then the person pays, let's just say $400 to get Leroy. And then they drive 3 hours and they pull in my driveway with the trailer. And I have to go, sir, you've been scammed. I don't sell my animals. And the man's sitting there going, I paid all this money. I'm like, mm-hmm. He goes, I thought I was talking to you. Mm-mm. You weren't talking to me. No. And this has happened. And last year, I called the police about it because it happened probably 3 or 4 times last year. People just pull in my driveway and they think that they're coming to pick up a coop or they think they're coming to pick up an animal. So my blue check is not just to protect me. It's to protect you. Because sometimes you think you're talking to me and you're not talking to me. If you don't see a blue check, you're not talking to Aunt Judy. You're talking to a scammer. So I invested in the blue check, not only for my own protection, but for your protection as well. So Bobby and Sherry have had their page gone. They had, I don't know, 160,000 followers, and they lost it like that. So if you're on Facebook and you're a big fan of mine and you love my morning lives, you better go to YouTube, because I'm here to tell you it would not surprise me if my page just disappears one day. So you need to know that. And if you're a creator trying to build your Facebook page, if you set Jason and Brooke and Lester and me and some of the other bigger channels in a room, and we sat and was giving creator advice, we would tell you to stay far away from certain platforms. So if you're trying to build because one day you want to make, let's just say, some money off Facebook, good luck with that. And I'm telling you that you could make some money. You get over 10,000 followers. You feel so proud of yourself because you're like, oh my gosh, we finally hit 10,000. We're going to start making some money. No, it's going to be, you're going to get a little bit, and you're going to go, oh my, you're going to feel like you got a big head because you'll get paid a lot in a month. And then all of a sudden it'll be taken away from you. And you built this platform. And unfortunately, when you're a creator, you've watched, let's just say Lester. You've watched Lester do this. Lester has over 1 million followers on Facebook that are loyal to him. And he can't get on here live and say, y'all, if you love me, go to YouTube. Only a few are going to go. I don't know how many subscribers he has on YouTube, but the 1.2 million are not going to YouTube. So if you don't hear anything else that I'm saying and you're wanting to be a creator, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and go to YouTube. If you want a consistent following and a consistent check, and no, I'm not going to say there's no scammers on YouTube, because they are, but it's more protected. They're going to protect you. You're not just going to lose your page, or you're not going to build this huge following and then get it all taken away from you. Just know that. So if you love your Aunt Judy and you're on YouTube right now, there probably will come a day where I'm no longer on Facebook, because it'll just get wiped away from me. So I realize trying new things is difficult. But if I have not shown you by now what happens when you try new things, like, for example, getting on the tractor, starting this farm, I had to get out of my comfort zone and try something new. Going places by myself. Y'all are seeing me go places by myself. That is getting out of my comfort zone. Trying new things is getting out of my comfort zone. I'm not good at it either. But you're going to have to go try something new. Because I'm going to tell you something else. Now, I could be wrong. But there's going to come a day where there's no dish TV. Or there's no charter cable. It's going to just go away. And the reason I say that is because I'll give you an example. Larry Glasscock loves his TV. It's on 24/7. We have Dish Network, and we pay $170 a month for Dish TV. You can buy YouTube TV, $50, I don't know, something like that. YouTube TV, same thing. It's just you have to learn how to go to it a little differently, because Larry Glasscock is used to turning on the TV and flipping the channels. Easy. That's easy for him. Okay? And he pays $170 a month for cable. YouTube TV, let's just say it's like $50, $70, something like that. So you can save $100 a month to do YouTube TV. But because it looks different, you can't convince him to go that way. And it's going to get to the point where there's no more, because people are going to start catching on to YouTube TV is much cheaper than Dish Network. But because you won't try something new, you're going to continue to pay $170 a month for TV. You hear me? Do you hear me? Do the people in the back hear me? So, if you follow a creator, and I'm gonna, if you follow Sherry, I'm gonna say this just because I love her, but Sherry and Bobby have created a new page because they've lost their page. I think it's Bobby and Sherry. I can't remember what it. Look, I can't even get on Facebook right now. Facebook has banned me. There it goes. This is it. Bobby and Sherry, and look, they have 825 followers because they lost their page. And they pay, I don't know what they pay to be verified on Black Tropical, but it's a lot more than me. Get out of your comfort zone and try something new. So let's just say you're like, I don't know how to use YouTube. I know Lester, God love him, he did a whole tutorial on how to use YouTube, went out of his way to create a video on exactly how to use YouTube. I need to ask him to go post it again. But if you love Lester, there may come a day where there's no more there's like Longhorn Lester. Look what happened to him. Had over 100,000 followers and just like, remember the time I couldn't post? I don't know where I just can't post. None of my, and now my lives are not posting, or I didn't post Wednesday. So I'm just here to tell you that for your New Year's resolution, you need to get out of your comfort zone and try something new. And if you're the type of person who like Google how to use YouTube, but if you're like me, you're like, I cannot read this and understand what I'm supposed to do. I need someone to sit down and show me. I promise you, your kids know how to use YouTube. Call your kids on the phone and say, hey, for New Year's resolution, I'm going to try to use YouTube. So I need you to come sit down with me and tell me how to use YouTube. And these are my favorite people that I watch on Facebook, and I need to find them on YouTube because there's going to come a day where they're no longer on Facebook. That's what your New Year's resolution should be. If you love creators and you want to support your creators, that's what you need to do. Because I'm going to tell you, it's taken, not that I started Facebook expecting a big following, because I never did. That's not why I started Facebook, just to save my photos. And Facebook is a way for me to advertise for free for tours and field trips and stuff like that. I love Facebook. I do. I'll be honest. It's easy. It's an easy upload. Like with YouTube, it takes me 2 to 3 hours to edit a video. It's hard. No, it's not hard. It's time consuming. And it takes you a while to learn how to do a decent YouTube video. And I'm still not completely there. I've only done YouTube for, well, Jason and Brooke, when they came to my farm, they were like, Judy, because they sat me down and they had this hard conversation with me. And they were like, Judy, you're building your Facebook for no reason at all. And it feels so like you just, what? And you think in your head it's not going to happen to you. And then when you start, becoming friends with other followers, and you're like, it happened to Lester, it happened to Jason, it happened to Arms, it happened to Black Tropical, it happened to Pam's Cooking. Every one of them. And it's so depressing because you work so hard to build a platform. And it's not for me, it's not even about the money, really. It's about the friendships I've developed on Facebook. It's like the schools that I'm in contact with on Facebook. You know? And another this little she wasn't, I think she had like 6,000 followers. Tiny honey farm. She was working so hard to build her page, and then her page was just gone. And now she's not even on Facebook anymore. She's on TikTok. And I talk to her often, and she works so hard to build her Facebook page to have it just gone one day. Just gone. And she wasn't verified, so she had no one to talk to about she had no one to talk to on Facebook to say, hey, my page is just missing. And these big channels basically are on Facebook because they're friends with people, and they, you've built this following and you love it. Like, I'll be honest, the two people that I know, well, Black Tropical is a big Facebook person more than YouTube. Lester is more of a Facebook person than YouTube. I am a more Facebook person than YouTube. And it's been an adjustment for us. And it's a kick in the teeth. It is. So again, if you don't hear anything I say, if you love my morning talks and you love what I do and you're a fan of, I don't know, my values, and you want to support me, these are the ways you can support me. Go to YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. What helps me grow is you. It's nothing great and wonderful that I'm doing. It's the support of you watching my videos. And again, if you're on YouTube, you must know that we have, in order to do YouTube, it is an investment. And I've said this before, but when Jason and Brooke, when I met them and they came and filmed the video at my farm, Jason was like, Judy, you've got to do YouTube. And I'm like, I don't know how to edit a video. He goes, you need to learn. And Jacqueline Head, sorry, Larry dropped his remote and everything. Anyway, if you want to support me, thank you /248. The way to support me is, okay, I'm sorry, let me back up. So Jason and Brooke came to my farm and told me that I needed to do YouTube. Y'all, I didn't have a computer. Okay. I did not have a computer. All I had was my phone. And he said, Judy, you need to buy a computer. And a MacBook cost over $3,000. And I was like, I am not paying for a computer right now. And so Jacqueline came and met with me and showed me how to edit a video. And she showed me how to create a thumbnail. And she was like, Jason and Brooke are coming to your farm. You need to start your videos now. And if y'all go back and watch my first videos and my thumbnails, you will be in the floor laughing because I did not know what I was doing. And when you try to edit a video from your phone, it is a nightmare. And sweet Tracy from Just Dig It Farms, she helped me as well because I would have questions. I didn't know that you had to buy music. I was getting copyright claims left and right, and I would call Tracy and Jacqueline. I'm like, I keep getting copyright claims. They were like, Judy, you have to pay for the music. I'm like, I have to pay for a computer, pay for music, or like, I'm not making a dime. They're like, yes, you do. I had to pay. So let me back up. So if you go back and watch my old, if y'all want to laugh, go back and watch my old videos. Okay. It looks like a kindergartner put it together because I had no clue what I was doing. And then what happened was Jason and Brooke came and filmed my farm. And then overnight, I had 12,000 subscribers. Did I tell you that I did not know how to edit a video? Overnight, I have 12,000 people following me, and I don't know what I'm doing. And although a lot of people will say, Judy, you're so lucky because you got 12,000 subscribers overnight from Jason and Brooke. Okay, I was blessed. You can't imagine that these people that watch professional Jason put a video together, and he's had 7 years experience, and Jason says, go follow Sneed's farmhouse. And then I'm over here, kindergartner, trying to put a video together and don't know what I'm doing. It's like all the people that watch Jason and Brooke were bashing me. Most of them were bashing me, going, your music's too loud. If your music's this loud, I'm fixing to unsubscribe to your page. You're nothing like Jason and Brooke. And I was sitting there on the sidelines going, I don't know. They're mean to me. I don't like them. I mean, it was awful. It was awful. There were a few that stuck with me, that held my hand. I guess, I don't know what made, I don't know. Like, if you came from Cog Hill Farm and you're with me today, what made you stick with me? Because I did not know what I was doing. I had no clue. No clue. So if you are the person that stuck with me from day one of Jason and Brooke coming to my farm, filming, and you came to me from them, and you're with me today, thank you. Because Jason Brooke came back to my farm to get Mo. And Shane was here. And Jason set Shane down and said, Shane. Oh, let me back up. So I was editing from my phone. Judy was having to edit from this phone, which is hard as heck. Then I'd have to go to Starbucks because my internet was slow. And I'd have to go to Starbucks, drive to Starbucks and sit in Starbucks for like an hour and a half to 2 hours to upload the video, only to get bashed about how terrible my videos were and they were not like Jason and Brooks. So talking about feeling defeated, I felt defeated. And I didn't know what I was doing. So when you are scared to try something new, I get you. I get you. Okay, so then Jason and Brooke came to pick up Mo. And that's no, Shane had met Jason before, but Jason decided to sit down Shane and said, Jason believed in me. He was like, Judy can do this. And I don't know why, because he didn't really know me. But he told Shane, he said, you need to invest in a computer. So I told Shane that, but he didn't listen to me. It took Jason sitting him down going, you need to get a computer. So Jason left and Shane said, go get a computer. So that afternoon, I didn't know what to buy. I had no clue. So I called Jacqueline Head and I was like, what do I need to buy? And so she said, this is what you need to buy: a MacBook. You need to buy this. You need to do this. You need to get Adobe. Adobe is an app. I pay for an app to build my thumbnails. If you don't know what a thumbnail is, I'll show you. These pictures are called a thumbnail. Okay? They're the most important part to a YouTube video. If my YouTube doesn't make you click, ain't nobody watching my video. Trust me. And you have to learn how to create a thumbnail. And I'm still not good at it. I'm not. I'm trying, but I'm not good at it. So I went and bought the computer. I had to go buy the Adobe app. I had to go buy all of the music that you see in my videos. I have to buy it. It's not free. To use StreamYard to go live, I pay $88 a month for StreamYard. I pay $150 to be verified. I think I pay $199 a year for the music. I think I pay, I don't remember what I pay for the Adobe app. I buy it yearly. I want to say it's nearly $200 a year. So it is an investment to be a creator. It is not free. And then I go around with my phone 24/7. And if you are not me and you live with me, I am on your nerves because I have a phone in my hand 24/7. And Shane is like, put the phone down. I'm like, this is my job. But for someone that is not a creator, like sometimes, I'm just going to be honest, you see Jason and Brooke, there's like couples, you know, Nick and Zoe. It's like Lester and Jamie. And both Brooke is a creator, Jason is a creator, Zoe is a creator, Nick is a creator. Our Brown Farmhouse, Nico and Natalie are both I don't know if Natalie's a creator. Anyway, sometimes I feel all alone because Shane is not a creator. Shane typically doesn't even want to be in the video. So like I sometimes feel like I'm all alone in this. I have to make Shane get in a video. I'm like, Shane, they love you. Get over here. I'm going to video. But most of the time he's like, no, put the phone down. And so sometimes I don't feel, not that he doesn't support me, but sometimes I feel like he doesn't understand why I'm walking around with a phone. He doesn't understand why I'm videoing. He's not here when I am typically editing a video because I try to do all my work before he gets home. And then when he gets home, I try not to record, or I try not to put as much into it, because his brain, like Jason and Brooke get each other. They know why the phone is in their hand. They know why they know what it takes. Where Shane goes to work full time. Shane is not quitting his job to become a creator. Shane is not doing that. If I started making $1 million on YouTube, let's just say, Shane is not quitting his job. We will never do that. We will never. And the reason is because Shane is almost to retirement. Shane retires in 4 years or less. So Shane is not giving up his state retirement for my YouTube channel. Okay. It's not happening. So anyway, so then I'm walking around with the camera nonstop, and then it takes 2 to 3 hours. That doesn't include filming to edit a video. When I throw a video together, it still takes about an hour. But when I try to put effort in, the hardest thing to me about editing a video is finding freaking pictures. Like you're talking in a video and you're like, remember last year when such and such did, and you're like, oh, I got to go find the video. And then trying to find storage of where you put the video. To me, that's the hardest part of editing, is showing you pictures. Like when I did my old pictures when I was a kid, going to find those pictures and then trying to get the camera setting right and trying to get it's hard. It's not that easy to create a video. So if you are wanting to be a creator, it is an investment. It's not free. It's not free. And it's very time consuming. Like when you see people like Jason and Brooke, where they quit their jobs in Leicester and Walker Family Farm, they all quit their jobs to do creator full time. It's not like you're not going to work for 8 hours a day. Oh, you are. Trust me. As a matter of fact, it's more than 8 hours, because a farm not only is a creator, not only has to video, not only has to edit, but you also have to take care of the farm. And I'll give you an example. This will blow your mind. This will blow your mind. I'm looking for 2 peahens. And the reason I'm looking for 2 peahens is simply because Blue showed up. If you don't know, Blue is a peacock that showed up on my farm. He needs a girlfriend. And then I need probably 1 more peahen so that my boys don't fight in the peacock enclosure. So I reached out to a friend of mine and I said, she's got peacocks. And I said, hey, I need at least 2 peahens. And she was like, well, I don't have any. The ones that I raised ended up being all peacocks. And I said, okay, do you know anybody that has peahens? And she said, yes. So I said, give me their number. So, y'all know I'm blind in one eye, so it's hard for me to. Who puts on their eyeshadow with both eyes closed? a girl that's blind in one eye. So if you're like, why is she doing that with her eyes closed? It's because I was born with blind in one eye. So I said, give me her number so I can call. Now, how much do you think, I'm going to get you to guess, how much do you think it costs for a peahen? You know, a bird. Not a pair. Not a pair of peacock. Not a peahen and a peacock. How much do you think it costs for a peahen? I got to put my glasses on, see what y'all say. Y'all are going to die. Retha, Larry and I, we got the nuts in the mail yesterday, and he is eating them like wildfire. He loves the nuts. I was going to tell you. Okay. So not only do you have all the expenses of being a creator, but if you're a farm, there's vet bills, there's a feed bill, there's all this involved, right? A peahen, I about fell out on the floor when I found out how much a peahen costs. $350 each. Not for a pair. And I remember back in the day where you would pay that for a pair. I paid $100 for my peacock, and he was this big when I got him. And then I think I paid $70 for a pea chick. Okay, so go with me here. It's $350 for a pea chick. Well, the lady lives 6 hours from me. So for me to go get this peahen, I would have to hire a caregiver for Larry and drive 6 hours there and 6 hours back. And I can't spend the night in a hotel because I have a peahen in the car. So 12 hours of driving to go to get this peahen. Or I can pay for transport. Transport is where this lady or man, whatever, person has a van and they deliver animals. I can't remember. Hang on. How much do you think it cost to deliver the peacock to me? Which probably would be cheaper because then we didn't have to hire a caregiver for Larry. So let me go see how much she said. I can't remember exactly. So how much do you think it costs to transport an animal? Y'all, you remember I wanted 2 peahens. It's $125 a bird. Let me get my calculator out because I can't go. So 350 plus 350 plus 125 plus 125. $950. $950 for me to give this peacock that just showed up at my farm one day a girlfriend, and to get the other peacocks a girlfriend. And in my brain, I'm like, okay, these are pets. Like, these are pets. So in my brain, I'm like, one of them is free ranging. She may or may not stay on my farm. I mean, Blue has been staying at my farm for 5 days now, I think. But there's a chance. I mean, I have to lock her up for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, to show her where home is. But if Blue decides to go wandering again, she's going with him. So it's like $425 for, or $350 for the you get me? Poor Blue. And I have to think, okay, here it is, Christmas time. I'm not making a dime I'm not getting tours. I'm not getting field trips. I'm making zero money right now. So the only way I survive, Judy Sneeze Farmhouse would be out of business if it wasn't for you. Did you hear me? Let me say it again for the people in the back. If I depended on tours and field trips alone, I would be out of business and not have what I have. I have what I have because of you. You are what keeps me going. Me, I did a YouTube video recently of me going to the Avada Grotto by myself, me going to the, did I post me going to the, yeah, no, I don't know. I forget what I've posted. I did a video of me going to the Crystal Kindermart by myself. I would have not done that if it wasn't for you. Did you hear me? For the people in the back, I would have never gone to this event and stood in line to ride a Ferris wheel by myself if it wasn't for you. But I felt as though as I was going, I wasn't going by myself. I felt as though I had, I'm going to start crying talking about it, but I felt as though all my best friends were with me. And if you didn't, I can't remember if I posted the video. I know I did on Facebook, but I stood in line. Okay, first of all, I got out of my comfort zone to go to the Crystal Kindermart by myself. I stood in line, this long line, and the ticket booth was in the front. So you had to wait in the line to get to the ticket booth. I'm waiting in line by myself. But even though I was physically there by myself, I felt as though you were with me because I was filming for you. And in my head, I wasn't there. It wasn't embarrassing to be by myself. But I got all the way to the ticket counter. I waited in that line, got all the way to the ticket counter, and she said, "How many tickets?" I said, "1." And she goes, "Well, you're not going to be able to ride by yourself." And in my head, I thought, I got out of my comfort zone to stand in this line to film for the people that may never see the Crystal Kindermart, for the people that are in the nursing home that watches me. I'm gonna cry. I'm filming for the people that can't get out of the house. And you're going to tell me that I can't ride this Ferris wheel by myself? And then, Judy, funny Judy, I said, "Oh, I'm not by myself." I said, "I have over 100,000 people following me that are here with me." And she looked at me like I was crazy. I said, I'm not here by myself. I have 100,000 people on Facebook and 24,000 people on YouTube that are here holding my hand. And that's who got me here. It was you that got me there. And this sweet lady behind me said, "You can ride with us." And I was like, "Thank you." And I got in the Ferris wheel. I handed her my business card and I said, "I'm a petting zoo. Will you please bring your family to my farm? Just call me. It didn't cost anything. Look me up. Know who I am." And she said, thank you. I'm going to look you up on YouTube and I'm going to look you up on Facebook and I'm going to come. I'm going to bring the kids. But it's you that encourages me to do things I wouldn't know. But getting on the tractor last year, I felt as though as I got on that tractor that Diane was there with me going, you got this, girl. You got this. I felt as though Mary was there with me going, Judy, you preach this all the times. You can sit it out or you can dance. You got to dance. I felt as though I had confidence knowing that every single one of you were sitting there with me, encouraging me, going, you can do this, Judy. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. When it comes to my stepdad, it's the hardest job I've ever done in my life. I might as well just stop putting on makeup. It is the hardest job that I've ever done in my life. I am a terrible caregiver. I hate it. I hate it. I'm not good at it. I'm not. And as I sit, when I get away from it, and I message Jane, and I'm like, I'm a train wreck. I can't do this. I suck at it. I'm mean. I'm like, it's awful. This is what I'm going through. And she says, I've been in your shoes. I took care of my mom. She had dementia. I took care of my dad. You're going to get through this. You're not a terrible caregiver. You're fine. You're going to be fine. It's you backup dancers that get me through it. So if it wasn't for you, my farm would be out of business. If it wasn't for you, I don't think I could go live every morning or every Monday and Wednesday and tell you what a train wreck I am. I couldn't do it. I tell you that I wake up every morning trying to figure out how to make myself get up and do this. But it's you that encourages me. It's you that helps me get out of my comfort zone. And I bet if I opened this up and said, okay, let's all just get together and talk, you would probably say, Judy, you encourage me. You encourage me to get out of my comfort zone, or you encourage me to, I don't feel alone. We're in this together because we're friends. We're family. I feel lonely during Christmas. This Christmas has been incredible to me. Last night I went with my children, and there's nothing better when all their kids are together and they're good. Like when you look out there and you see this 2-year-old that used to change his diaper, and now he's married, has a nice house, has a nice job, his wife loves him unconditionally. You're like, this is the perfect Christmas gift. Seeing my stepson is not Shane's son. My stepson is from my previous marriage, but I raised him. I helped raise him. He calls me Mama Jude. When I look across and he has a smile on his face and he has this woman sitting beside him, his wife, I can remember when they were young praying for their wives, going, please, Lord, bring them good wives that love you. And then I look over to the right, and there's my first child that was born. and his girlfriend, I could not ask for a better mate for my son. To me, she is perfect for him. She is precious. I could not ask for a better mate for my son. They bought a house together. They're starting to build their life together. They both have good jobs. Like that's the Merry Christmas to me. And then I'll go look over to the left, and there's my baby boy that is living my dream. He's living my dream. He's not scared of anything. He is in school getting his master's. And as soon as he gets his master's, he's headed to New York City. And some people would probably be like, some parents would be like, he's a train wreck. He's a train wreck. He's fixing to go to New York and doesn't have a dime to his name. Let's just say. I have no doubt in my head that my child is going to be successful. He has more, he's better than, he has confidence. He has talent. He knows where he's going. He's on a mission. And when I sit there and look at him, he's everything that I wanted to be. I just didn't have the self-confidence to go to New York. He's like, watch me. Watch this. You think I can't? Well, watch this. And I'm sitting here last night, and there's a band playing at the restaurant, and they're singing Christmas music. And as I sat around looking at my boys, I'm like, Merry Christmas. This is the best Christmas that I've had in a very long time. Having my children all in the same room brings joy to me. And I know if you're a mama, you get me. If you are a child watching me and your mama's still alive, you don't have to go get her a gift. Just be well. Just be well. Being well means the best version of yourself. If you go work on your marriage, work on your career, work on your health, but mamas and daddies, listen to me. Children, if you are a son and your mother is still alive, or you are a daughter and your mother is still alive, the best present you can give your parents or your children is being the best. Giving your parents or your children the best present is to be well. What I'm saying is being the best version of yourself. Where we sit here as parents and go, the best Christmas present you could ever give me is to be happy. Your children, no matter what age they are, they want their parents to be content. They want their parents to be in a good marriage. They want them to be financially set. They want them to be happy. They want them to be complete. So if you're my age and you're 53 years old and you're wondering what to give your kids for Christmas, what you can give your kids for Christmas is being the best version of yourself. To work on the bull crap that is negative in your life. So if you can't give that to your kid this Christmas, you can give it to your children next Christmas. And say, I know your daddy's a train wreck, but I'm going to keep working on me. Or I know your mama's a train wreck, but I'm going to keep working on me. Because there's crap in your life that you need to fix. If you have an eating disorder and you're around your family at Christmas, you're jacking them up when they see you eating a little piece of turkey and you're not going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, you think in your head that your children can't see your addiction. Oh, yes, they can. Don't fool yourself. Whatever is in the way of you being the best version of yourself, your spouse can see it, your friends can see it, your children can see it, your family can see it. But you think in your head no one can see it. Well, I'm not hurting anyone. It's not like I'm laid out on the streets, messed up. No one can see what I struggle with. And understand that what you struggle with, because a lot of people are in the closet with what they struggle with mentally, whether it's depression, anxiety, addiction, eating disorder, OCD, like whatever is keeping you from being the best version of yourself, worrying, all those things that we're kind of addicted to, being manic, like you think no one can tell you're manic because you're in a good mood. Oh, yes, they can. That's not being the best version of yourself. And understand that being the best version of yourself doesn't mean that all your problems go away. It's something that you have to work at on a daily basis. Does it say 8:20? No. I'm kind of long-winded this morning. It feels exhausting to think that you have to work at whatever you're keeping you from being the best version of yourself. It feels exhausting to go, you mean to tell me every single day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to hate my spouse because he's a jackleg or she's a jackleg? You mean to tell me every single day I'm going to wake up and struggle with whatever I'm struggling with? You are, probably. What happens with me is I might wake up and be janked up, but I don't stay that way. Why don't I stay janked up all day? I think it's because I'm constantly working on bettering myself. I'm trying to make good decisions with eating. I'm trying to, pay for my farm. I'm trying to be a good wife. I'm trying to be understanding of the hunting thing. I'm working on myself. But I feel like the biggest thing that helps me is distraction. When I get in my farm and Leroy Brown is sticking his big old ASS in my face, okay? When he's sticking his aspirin bottle in my face, I am in the floor laughing. It's hard to be worrying when you're trying to love on Luna and he's like this with his butt. Or it's hard to be depressed when Sugar wants to be put in the bed and wants you to pick her up and tuck her in at night. It's like the distraction helps me forget the crap that I'm worrying about. But also, the animals do play a big role in my life in being the best version of myself. But I feel like it's you most of all. I enjoy showing you my life. I enjoy telling you that I'm a train wreck. I enjoy going, let's work through this. You're a train wreck, well, so am I. So how do we fix ourselves? I enjoy talking about it. I don't know about you. Are you the type of person that sleeps in besides on Monday and Wednesday and you're like, I got to get up and listen? I feel like we're a team. We're a family. We get each other. Like if I tell you that it's not been a good day, this has happened, you're like, oh, Judy, I get you. You know, maybe you got parents that live with you that are declining and you're trying to figure out how to be a good caregiver. Or maybe you're that parent that goes, oh, Lord, I hope I'm not like Larry. The best thing you can do if you're the parent living with your children is be the best version of yourself. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You are in the house because you are a blessing to your family. It is a blessing for me to take care of Larry. I love Larry with all my heart. He lives in my house and has lived in my house for 8 years because he is a blessing to me. So if you're that person that lives with your children and you feel like you're a burden, you're not. You're a burden when you're not the best version of yourself. That's when you become the burden. But when you continue to work on yourself and being the best version of yourself and getting out of going, okay, I'm sitting here and all I think about is all my friends are dead and I'm no longer able to live by myself and it's depressing. That is not being the best version of yourself. That is sitting there wallowing in depression, anxiety, and all the crap. Being the best version of yourself is going, what do I need to do today to make a difference? Okay, I am living with my children and I no longer can drive. I still can be the best version of myself. I can still work on me. I can work on my attitude. I can, what does God want you to do? You're still alive for a reason. You still have a purpose. Are you serving your purpose or are you sitting there wallowing in your sorrow? And if you're a creator or you're starting out being a creator, my best advice to you as being a creator is to never give up. You need a Diane and Tammy in your life. Diane and Tammy have been with me since I think I had like 1,600 followers. And no one ever commented on anything. No one watched my videos but Diane and Tammy. And every time I would go live in the mornings, they were always here. And I would give up. I would give up and go, this is stupid. Like no one's here. I'm sitting here commenting. I'm sitting here going live and there's 2 people. There's literally 2 people on my live. But you need a Tammy and Diane in your life. And I hope that I can encourage you to not give up, because what would happen with me is I was like, I'm not going live anymore, because I was embarrassing my family talking about my problems. I was getting beat up. Ask Diane. Sharing how jacked up you are, it can be embarrassing to your children, to your brother, to your spouse. It's like, and I would get discouraged, and I would be like, I'm not going live anymore. I don't know how to go live and not tell people I'm jacked up. And Tammy and Diane would message me and go, Judy, please go live. And I'm like, dude, there's 2 people on my live. No one's listening to me. I tried to give up several times on social media, because you get so tired of creating content that nobody watches. But if I would have given up, I would have never met you. And you are very important to me. Every single one of you are very important to me. As a matter of fact, I had a follower message me this weekend, and she said, I literally watch you nonstop, and I live in a nursing home. I think she said she lives in a nursing home. And she was telling me a little bit about herself, and it meant the world to me. And I was like, you're not alone. You're not alone. And she's my age. And I thought in my head, I can't imagine what she feels like being my age, living in a nursing home. I think it may be assisted living. I can't remember exactly. But I can't imagine. But she has the opportunity to be the best version of herself. She has the opportunity to make a difference in that facility that she's in. She can teach people to dance. She can, there's people in there that are miserable, that hate being in there. But she has the opportunity to make a difference in that facility. Or she can sit it out and just wallow in her sorrow and feel sorry for herself. And why has this happened to me? I hate living here. Whatever. That's sitting it out. And whatever situation you're in, you have the choice. You can sit it out or you can dance. And I hope you dance. I will see y'all Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday's Christmas. Do we want to go live Wednesday? I can't go live at 7 a.m. Let's switch it. I can't do it Thursday because I got to go help my son with his car. I will go live. It'll have to be a surprise live. But I'll go live at some point. So get out of your comfort zone, Facebook people, and go to YouTube if you want to support Sneed's Farmhouse. Because one day they may take it all away from me. And I would hate if you weren't there. Love you guys. See you then.